Weavers. In Avdela, a Greek village, 1905. The first film made by the brothers Miltos and Yanakis Manakis. The first film ever made in Greece and the Balkans. But is that a fact? Is it the first film? The first gaze?
Εκείνο το χειμώνα του 1954 είχε δει ο Γιαννάκης εδώ πιο πέρα στο λιμάνι της Θεσσαλονίκης. Αραγμένο ένα γαλάζιο καράβι. Εγώ μάθαινα την τέχνη κοντά του τότε. Καημός του είχε γίνει να το φωτογραφίσει να φεύγει. Ένα πρωί το καράβι σήκωσε άγκυρα. Πέθανε το ίδιο βράδυ, παραμιλώντας για κάποια ανεμφάνιστα όπως σας έγραψα. 3 κουτιά. Ένα φιλμ που για κάποιο λόγο δεν εμφανίστηκε ποτέ. Από τότε. Από τις αρχές του αιώνα. Δεν είχα δώσει σημασία τότε.
The 3 reels. The 3 reels. The journey.
Καλησπέρα. Welcome. We never thought you would agree to come. People say you are not easy to get at. Excuse me for my English.
Τι συμβαίνει εδώ?
Έχουμε φοβερά προβλήματα. Ξαφνικά, μόλις η Οργανωτική Επιτροπή αποφασίζει την προβολή της ταινίας και τον ερχομό σας εδώ, ξεσπάει πόλεμος. Οι θρησκευτικές οργανώσεις και οι φανατικοί μας πετάνε έξω τον κινηματογράφο. Στην απελπισία μας αποφασίζουμε να κάνουμε την προβολή σε ανοιχτό χώρο με παλτά για το κρύο. Μια φορητή μηχανή και ένα στίχος. Έτσι συμβολικά. Τελικά καταλήξαμε να γίνει η προβολή στην αγορά και βγάλαμε μεγάφωνα στην πόλη. Ακούτε τις καμπάνες? Όλοι αυτοί έχουν μαζευτεί τώρα στις εκκλησίες και εξορκίζουν το κακό γονατιστή. Ελάτε μαζί μου. Πού να φανταζόμαστε ότι αυτή σας η ταινία θα προκαλούσε και εδώ, στη μικρή μας πόλη, την ίδια ιστερία που προκάλεσε παντού στον κόσμο.
Lost your way again? My back. I'm stiff. Frozen. Hanging on those phone poles all day like a bird. Bad weather. The winds cut all the lines in the border zone. Some of us will have to work all night to fix them. Our home is your home. Our home. We've crossed the border and we're still here. How many borders must we cross to reach home? Would you like to have dinner with us?
It's late. I'm expected somewhere. Good night.
Από εδώ έλατε. Φοβόμαστε επεισόδια.
Από την Αθήνα ήρθατε? Ο υπεύθυνος της ταινιοθήκης? Ο δήμαρχος θέλει να σας δει. Έρχεστε μαζί μου?
Florida, how it's changed. Everything. Over there was an army barracks.
You mean when?
Rain and mud in winter. In summer, you couldn't breathe for the dust.
You mean when?
We got out on leave every Saturday night. For 20 months, every Saturday night. 500 soldiers. 500 cropped heads in a square, hoping for a sign in the eyes of the local girls. But they just laughed and passed on. There. They laugh and pass on. But not always. It was many years ago. There was a house here. It's still there.
Είναι απίστευτο αυτό που συμβαίνει. The mayor refuses to commit himself. He's scared. The town is split in two. The press and TV crews are out looking for you everywhere. I'm amazed you can keep so cool. After all, you're the cause of all this fuss.
Συγγνώμη, θα σας δω αργότερα.
This is unheard of. Let's get out of here. I smell trouble. Looks to me as if you come here for nothing.
Yes, I can see that. Besides the screening, I would like to stay here for personal reasons. If you only knew how much. But I can't. I have to move on. I used to dream this would be the end of the journey. Isn't it strange? Isn't it always the way? And my end is my beginning.
What can I say? You've been away for years. 35 years is a long time. The distance, the homesickness, you've forgotten. Balkan reality is much tougher than the sort of reality you knew in America. You're sailing in dark waters now.
One step. If I take just one step, I'm elsewhere.
Your taxi is waiting for you. I've tried in my clumsy way to hold you back. Anyway, the reason for this journey is so absurd that it looks like...
A pretext, you mean?
You said it. I can see how you're fascinated by the story of the Manakis brothers. Only, I don't know, is that enough? One more thing. The film archives will not be able to cover you. We just don't have the means to do that.
I thought you understood. This is a personal journey.
Πρόσεχε.
I didn't expect to see you suddenly like this. For a moment, I thought I was dreaming of you. Like I did all these past years. Do you remember the railway station? You were shivering in the rain. Like now. The wind was blowing hard. I was going away, but I meant to come back soon. And then I got lost, wandering along strange roads. If I should but stretch out my hand, I will touch you, and time will be whole again. But something's holding me back. I wish I could tell you I've returned, but something's holding me back. The journey isn't over. Not yet.
Εδώ είμαστε. Σύνορα. Το αποφάσισες? Περνάμε. Περνάμε.
Περνάμε.
Διαβατήριο.
Με συγχωρείτε. Είδα τον ελληνικό ρυθμό και ο ταξιτζής που με έφερε από την Αθήνα δεν θέλει να μπει στην Αλβανία. Τον φώτισαν εδώ στο τελωνείο. Αν ο δρόμος σας περνάει από την Κολτσά, πάω να βρω την αδελφή μου.
Έλατε μαζί μου.
Έχουμε να ειδωθούμε 47 χρόνια από τον εμφύλιο.
Γνωστή ιστορία με τους Αλβανούς λαθρομετανάστες. Εδώ τους λένε ριφουτζάτους.
Τι έχουν στα στεκιά?
Αδιάφορα. Ό,τι μπορείς να φανταστείς. Άλλα αγορασμένα, άλλα κλεμμένα. Γαζιέρες, κονσέρβες, blue jeans, τηλεοράσεις, κούτες τσιγάρα, αλεύρι.
Σε πειράζει να έρθει μαζί μας?
Εμένα.
We entered Albania with snow and silence. Your image, still damp, unchanged since the day I left it, emerges once again from the night. Am I leaving?
Τι είναι εδώ?
Εδώ είμαστε, κοριτσά. Τι σταμάτησες, φοβάσαι?
Εγώ μιλάω με το χιόνι 25 χρόνια. Το χιόνι με ξέρει. Σταμάτησα γιατί το χιόνι είπε όχι. Και το χιόνι πρέπει να το σέβεσαι. Πέρα, πίσω από τα βουνά, είναι τα σύνορα Σκόπια-Αλβανία. Σε 2 ώρες με το τοπικό λεωφορείο είσαι στο μοναστήρι. Θέλω να γίνουμε φίλοι. Στο χωριό μου, για να γίνουμε φίλοι, πρέπει να πιούμε από το ίδιο ποτήρι και να ακούσουμε το ίδιο τραγούδι. Ξέρεις κάτι? Η Ελλάδα πεθαίνει. Πεθαίνουμε σαν λαός. Κάναμε τον κύκλο μας. Δεν ξέρω πόσες χιλιάδες χρόνια ανάμεσα σε σπασμένες πέτρες και αγάλματα. Και πεθαίνουμε. Αλλά αν είναι να πεθάνει η Ελλάδα, να πεθάνει γρήγορα. Γιατί η αγωνία κρατάει πολύ και κάνει πολύ θόρυβο. Μωρή φύση, μόνη σου είσαι, μόνος μου είμαι κι εγώ. Πάρε ένα μπισκότο. Τι ψάχνεις? Κάτι ψάχνεις εσύ. Χθες μαζί.
No. Ας είμαι στα σύνορα. Ίσως χρειαστεί να πάω μακριά.
Αρχές του 1904, με επιμονή του Γιαννάκη, φύγαμε από τα Γιάννενα. Το φωτογραφία μας δεν πήγαινε καλά. Είχαμε μείνει στα Γιάννενα 6 χρόνια. Ήρθαμε εδώ στο μοναστήρι. Πάλι δεν ήταν εύκολα. Λίγο μετά ξέσπασε ο πόλεμος. Πρώτα η Βαλκανική και έπειτα ο πρώτος μεγάλος πόλεμος. Δύσκολα χρόνια. Τα μαζέψαμε να γυρίσουμε πίσω στο χωριό μας στην Αδέλα. Αλλά οι δρόμοι ήταν κομμένοι. Το μοναστήρι γέμισε πρόσφυγες και στρατιώτες. Αυτός ο δρόμος είδε όλους τους στρατούς της Ευρώπης και κάθε φορά άλλαζε όνομα.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
Εδώ, μετά τον πρώτο μεγάλο πόλεμο, όταν ο Γιαννάκης γύρισε από την εξορία στη Φιλιππούπολη, στήσαμε και το πρώτο σινεμά. Φέραμε και ένα μηχανικό από τη Θεσσαλονίκη. Η ταινία που δείξαμε στην πρεμιέρα ήταν μια γαλλική.
What are you looking for? Who are you?
The Athens Film Archives have asked me to supervise a documentary on the Menakis brothers.
I wonder if you have any connection with the film archives in Skopje. I wasn't able to contact them from Athens. I'm looking for some undeveloped film by the Menaki brothers. 3 reels. I'm not trying to prove anything, if that's what's worrying you.
Η ταινία που δείξαμε στην πρεμιέρα ήταν μια γαλλική, το Ρεντετέν. Αλλά σε αθλία κατάσταση, κοβόταν συνέχεια. Την ενώναμε με καρφίτσες. Η μουσική που είχαμε νοικιάσει τα χάνα. Σιγά σιγά όμως έστρωνε η δουλειά, αλλά και χρέη ως το λαιμό. Ως το 1939, λίγο πριν ξεσπάσει ο δεύτερος μεγάλος πόλεμος, που κάηκε. Πήρε φωτιά η ταινία που παίζαμε, μια κομμωδία με το Σαρλό και πάει το σίνεμα.
The Monachius' cinema monastery burned down in 1939. The two brothers parted. Yanakis settled in Thessaloniki, and Miltos stayed behind with all the material. In 1954, Yanakis died, and Miltos sold the material to the Yugoslav government. Sometime later, this material was handed over to the film archives in Skopje. The question is, were the undeveloped reels part of this material? The Monachius brothers went around photographing and filming people. They were trying to record a new era, a new century. Over 60 years or more, they photographed faces, events in the turmoil of the Balkans.
Excuse me.
They weren't concerned with politics or racial questions, who were their friends or enemies. They were interested in people. They were always on the move, all throughout the declining Ottoman Empire.
Recording
everything.
everything. Landscapes, weddings, local customs, political changes, village fairs, revolutions, battles, official celebrations, sultans, kings, prime ministers, bishops, rebels.
All the ambiguities, the contrasts, the conflicts in this area of the world are reflected in their work. You haven't answered my question.
We have all the material here in Skopje. Except what you're looking for.
Skopje.
If you people had those boxes, would you tell me?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes. You know I would. Now I will. Aren't you getting off? This is Skopje. Don't you want to find out if I'm telling you the truth?
I believe you. I believe you.
Внимание! Експресният воз Скопие-София-Букурещ веднъж полага.
Where will you go? This train is going to Bucharest.
I'll tell you a story. 2 years ago in midsummer, I was on Delos, location hunting for a film. The sun blazed white on the ruins. I wandered around amongst the broken marble, the fallen columns. A frightened lizard slithered into hiding under a tombstone. Invisible cicadas droned away, adding a note of desolation to the empty landscape. And then I heard a creaking sound, a hollow sound as if coming from the depths of the earth. I looked up, and on the hill I saw an ancient olive tree slowly toppling over. An olive tree on a hill, slowly sinking to its death on the ground, a huge solitary tree lying. The gash made by the fallen tree revealed an ancient head, the bust of Apollo. Dislodged, it rolled away. I walked on further, past the row of lions, the column of the row of Phelli, till I reached a small secret place, the birthplace of Apollo, according to tradition. Oh.
my Polaroid and pressed the button. And when the photograph slid out, I was amazed to see it hadn't registered a thing. I shifted my position and tried again. Nothing. Blank negative pictures of the world. As if my glance wasn't working. I went on taking one photograph after another, clicking away. The same empty squares, black holes. The sun dipped into the sea, as if abandoning the scene. I felt I was sinking into darkness. When the Film Archive suggested this project, I was only too eager. It was a way out. I'd have given up soon enough, only I discovered something. 3 reels of film, not mentioned by any film historian. I don't know what came over me then. I felt strangely disturbed. I tried to shrug the feeling away to break free, but I couldn't. 3 reels. Perhaps a whole film, undeveloped. The first film, perhaps. The first glance. A lost glance. A lost innocence. It turned into an obsession as if it were my own work. My own first glance. Lost long ago.
Porta. Pasporti. Имаме малък проблем. Ще трябва да ме придружите за една малка проверка. Моля. Паспорта? Хайде, елате с мене. От тук. Хайде, хайде.
изпреварени и изведе в Албания. Решение. След донесение от Иван Малевски, месар, в дома на братята Янаки и Милто Манакис, или Манакиас, фотографи, кинематографисти, бяха открити от нашите органи на военната полиция достатъчно количество оръжие и взривни материали. Предполага се, че са щели да бъдат използвани за нападения и диверсии срещу българската и срещу съюзническата немска войска от група терористи-анархисти, свързани с организацията Федерацион, център на която се намира в град Солун. Военният съд на първи пехотен полк при българската войска, свикан незабавно, осъжда задочно братята Янаки и Милто Манакис или Манакиас на смърт и постановява конфискуването на фотографския и кинематографическия материал, който се намира в къщата и в лабораторията им.
Господа войници, мирно! Наремък! За стрелба! По целта! I don't understand! В името на Негово Величество Фердинанд, цар на България, смъртната присъда на Янаки Манаки или Манакия, жител на Монастирион, се заменя с заточение в град Пловдив до края на войната.
Къде отивате? Where are you going?
Philippopolis.
Plovdiv. Plovdiv.
What have you been doing all this time?
Did I really say Philippopolis?
Bucharest, Philippopolis. Where will you go?
During his exile, Yanakis used to come here every day and stare at this river, the Evros, flowing into the Aegean Sea.
What river are you talking about? I don't understand. I don't know what's the matter with me. Touch me. Save me.
Sofia. Novi Iskar. Červen Bljak. Nikopol. Bridge on the Danube. The border. Turnu Magurelli. Rosior Peveti. Bucharest.
What's the matter?
In Bucharest, in the early months of 1905, they told us we could buy in England and France machines for making moving pictures. This was news.
It's an excuse. Just an excuse. Why have we come here? Why have you come? You knew all along that the Romanians never took over the brothers' material from the Bulgarians. The two countries broke off relations. Isn't that right? After Romania went over to the Allied side in the war. So why have you come?
My footsteps. Somehow they led me here.
Μητέρα, τι θες εσύ εδώ?
Ευτυχώς που προλάβαμε. Έλα, έχουμε 6 ώρες ως την Κωνσταντσα. Έλα, παιδί μου, καθυστερείς.
Καλησπέρα, κυρία.
Επιτέλους! Πώς πήγε το ταξίδι, ανησυχήσαμε.
Ξέρεις το πατένα?
Ναι.
Grandmother.
Έλα, γόρι μου. Πώς σου φάνηκε το Βουκουρέστι?
Επιτέλους ήρθε.
Grandfather.
Καλησπέρα, παππού.
Αργήσατε, Κατερίνα.
Φοβήθηκα πολύ θα τον προλάβω.
Παραμονή πρωτοχρονιά δεν ήταν πάλι και τότε που τον πήρανε.
Και δεν θέλω ούτε να το σκέφτομαι.
There's Aunt Eva.
Απ' τα άλλα στρατόπεδα ελευθερώθηκαν πριν καιρό,
Μονάχα από το Μαθχάουζεν αργήσανε.
Uncle Vangelis.
Κάνατε
Πέρασες καλά, αγόρι μου.
Aunt Jenny from Vraila. Uncle Nikos from Galatz. The girls. The whole family.
Totul e gata?
Da, doamnă. Am terminat supa. Masa e gata în jumătate de oră. La ce oră trebuie să servesc?
Έρχεται. Ήρθε.
Father, how long it's been.
Δεν θα φιλήσεις τον πατέρα σου.
Μεγάλωσε, ψήλωσε. Έχει τα μάτια σου.
Χρόνια πολλά.
Χρόνια
πολλά. Χρόνια πολλά.
Ευτυχισμένο το 1945.
Ευτυχισμένο.
Ας γιορτάσουμε, παιδιά, και του χώρες μου ο πόνος, ας κοιμάται στην καρδιά. Καλή χρονιά, καλή χρονιά, χαρούμενη χρυσή πρωτοχρονιά. Καλή χρονιά, καλή χρονιά, χαρούμενη χρυσή πρωτοχρονιά. Και τώρα φύγε τώρα, πάει δική σου η σειρά. Ήρθαμε μαζμένα τώρα, με τραγούδια με χαρά. Καλή χρονιά, καλή χρονιά, χαρούμενη χρυσή πρωτοχρονιά. Καλή χρονιά, καλή χρονιά, χαρούμενη χρυσή πρωτοχρονιά.
You're wasting your time, Mother. I never learned how to walk.
Στην καρδιά μας φανταζείς, κάθε λύπητε η χαρά μας, που περάσαμε μαζί. Καλή χρονιά, καλή χρονιά, χαρούμενη χρυσή πρωτοχρονιά. Καλή χρονιά, καλή χρονιά, χαρούμενη χρυσή πρωτοχρονιά.
ευτυχισμένο το 1948.
Πάρε με στο ποδόσφαιρο, θέλω να φύγω, δεν αντέχω.
Mother, I never got to dance with you.
Όσοι φεύγετε τελικά.
Περίπου 80 ελληνικές οικογένειες. Αλλά και Εβραίοι και Αρμεναίοι και άλλοι.
Αχ, θα ερημώσει η Κωνσταντζα. Θα ερημώσει.
Είσαι χαρούμενος αγόρι μου που θα πας στην Ελλάδα?
A venit de la Comisia Populară de Confiscări.
Αγνοήστε τους. Καλή χρονιά. Ευτυχισμένο το 1950. Μια φωτογραφία. Μια τελευταία φωτογραφία. Τι είπες, παππού? Εδώ σε αυτά τα χώματα, σε αυτά τα νερά, ζήσαμε ευτυχισμένοι κάποιους αιώνες.
Έλα, σε περιμένουμε.
I'm coming, Mother.
Odessa, Constanța, Dunăre, Germania. For collectors. Ce treabă ai la Belgrad? Acolo e război. E! Hai repede, mai!
Faceți-mă aici. Naradu, ridică chestia asta cu solată. Atenție la el să nu loviți. Haide, haide! Acolo, atenție!
I've got to make a phone call.
And I've got to get some things for the trip. I'm crying.
I'm crying because I can't love you. In the early months of 1905, in Bucharest, Romania, we were told that in England and France, you could buy machines for making moving pictures. We could hardly believe it. It took our breath away. But we had to believe it because we saw one of these moving pictures with our own eyes. The people in these pictures looked like puppets. They moved jerkily like puppets. But that didn't matter. We were completely fascinated. My brother Yanakis was so excited. He couldn't rest until he got hold of this magic machine and take it back to Monastir. He saw it in his dreams. He raved about it. So while I made my way home, he got on the ship and went off to London to find a Viascope 300 camera made by the firm Charles.
Трinațional, post control graniceresc.
Троен международен граничен контрол.
Троstruga granična kontrola. Raportați destinația.
Дайте сведения за посока.
Куда putujete?
Destinația Germania.
Da li je neko na brodu?
Имате ли някого на кораба?
E cineva pe navă?
Nimeni.
πράγμα που έκανε ο Θεός είναι το ταξίδι.
Για την αμφιβολία, την νοσταλγία.
Πίνουμε καφέ ή πάμε κατευθείαν?
Με ξέρεις.
Σε ξέρω. Τι ψάχνεις? Ίχνη πολέμου δεν θα βρεις. Ο πόλεμος είναι τόσο κοντά που είναι μακριά.
Πόσα χρόνια είσαι εδώ στο Βελιγράδι, Νίκο? What attracts you? The war? The danger? The need for intensity?
Με τραβάει. Δεν ξέρω, δεν έχω απαντήσει. Όσο για το άλλο, πόσα χρόνια, κλείνω 3 και λέω να μείνω. Αλλά πρώτα θα βάλω τελεία σε αυτό το πόλεμο.
Πού πάμε?
Θα δεις. Τον υπεύθυνο της ταινιοθήκης του Βελιγραδίου δεν ζήτησες?
Θα τον δεις. Παρόλη της είναι που βαστάει καλά. Όλοι με τρέπεψαν σε αυτό. Είναι αρχείο.
Κуда идешь?
Доброе утро. Я tražim gospodina Ulysses.
Evo ovdje provodim sve svoje vrijeme. Pripremam inventar za filmove između 50. i 56. godine kad je Jugoslavija bila još Jugoslavija. Znam šta tražiš. One nerazvijene role. Imam. Posle Janakijeve smrti Milton mi je doneo sav materijal. Znaš to? Tada sam bio mlad, pun dečačkog entuzijazma. Jedne noći došao je i donao mi je 3 role. Dubno mi je u ruku, bio uzbuđen kao da mi daje neko najdragocenije u životu. 20 godina smo pokušavali da razvijemo te role, ali bez uspeha. Slika se nije pojavljivala, nismo mogli da nađemo hemijsku formu. Jedan kolega iz Sarajeva došao je i pitao me da mi da. U redu, kažem. On je bio stručnjak za razvijanje filmova tog perioda. Onda je došao rat. Jeste li se smestili u hotelu? Da vam nešto pomogne. Prevalili ste toliki put. Znaš, balkanska gostoprimljivost.
Začem se pobrimo za to.
Sačekaj da prestane ovaj rat. Doviđenja.
Samo je.
Не буду пока действовать, пока не будет решения от НАТО и Совета Безопасности ГО. Я перезвоню как-нибудь, но не ждем, чего пока. В субботу, воскресенье, что будете решать? Я перезвоню обязательно.
Πάμε να πούμε να ξεχάσεις. Το κάτω-κάτω δεν μπορείς να κάνεις και τίποτα.
Vaši preci su najvjerojatnije došli negdje sa Kavkaza ili iz Arabije. Najmanje 400 godina.
Το πρώτο πράγμα που πρέπει να μάθεις εδώ είναι που αλλάζεις λεφτά.
Najmanje 400 godina. Najmanje 400 godina prije nego što se prvi Albanac pojavio na teritoriji Albanije. Srbi su već bili tamo i Srbi su pravi pravosedelci. Pravosedelci Albanije. Nema više tih Albanaca sa kojima je Marko Miljanov kumovao. Sve je to Hegel istrebio, da, Hegel. Hegel preko Marksa i Engelsa.
Πού είναι το πρόβλημα?
Σηκώνονται ποιος έφτασε πρώτος στη Βαλκανική. Οι Σέρβοι, οι Αλβανοί, για να καταλήξουν πως όλο το λάθος είναι του Χέγκελ που επηρέασε τον Μάρξ. Κάτι συνέβη στο μέτωπο της Βοσνίας. Ίσως. Κανονικά θα έπρεπε να φύγω κι εγώ. Αλλά διάολε πώς να σε αφήσω. Πώς να σε αφήσω. Ας πιούμε. Στα χρόνια του Παρισιού, στη Φρανσουάζ, στη Χέργα, στη Μισελ, στη Μονίκ, στην Αντιγό. Στις διαψεύσεις μας. Στον κόσμο που δεν άλλαξε. Όσο κι αν το ονειρευτήκαμε.
Stone Mickey. Στην Καζούκο. Στον Κώστα. Που διάλαξαν να φύγουν νωρίς. How do you journalists manage to get through to the war zone? Isn't it terribly risky?
Ρητορική απάντηση. Πρόχειρη. Εμένα ο κίνδυνος είναι η δουλειά μου. Στην πραγματικότητα οι περισσότεροι ανταποκριτές, όταν θέλουν να μεταδώσουν ειδήσεις και ρεπορτάζ, πηγαίνουν σε διάφορες μονάδες στρατού έξω από το Βελιγράδι και εκεί σκηνοθετούν τον πόλεμο, πληρώνοντας μερικά δολάρια. Ελάχιστοι μπαίνουν στη ζώνη πολέμου.
Let's drink to the sea. To the inexhaustible sea. The beginning and the end.
Στο Τζάρλι Μίνγκους, στο Τζιτσάνι, στον Καβάφη, στο Τσε Γκεβάρα, στο Μάη του 68, στη Σαντορίνη,
To Murano, to Dreyer, to Orson Welles.
Τα τρία κουτιά που ψάχνεις, στο να ζεστάει. Τον αγαπάμε αυτόν.
We loved him, but he didn't love us.
Τότε σε εμάς τους δυο. Κοιμηθήκαμε γλυκά σε έναν κόσμο και ξυπνήσαμε βίαια σε έναν άλλον. Κρίμα που έκανες τσάμπα το ταξίδι. Εντάξει, εγώ το χάρηκα, σε είδα. Αλλά απλώς σε είδα. Εδώ είμαστε.
I've got to get to Sarajevo.
Δεν είμαστε καλά, δεν μιλάς σοβαρά. Τρελάθηκες. Θα βρούμε κάποιον ανταποκριτή από αυτούς που φεύγουν στο Σεράγιο να πάρει πληροφορίες για λογαριασμό σου. Πότε?
Τώρα.
Ο μόνος δρόμος χωρίς κάρτα θεωρημένη είναι μέσα από τα ποτάμια. Κάθε βράδυ φεύγει ένα καΐκι από το Δούναβι για το Σάββα και από εκεί μέσα από 1000 παραπόταμους στο Σεράγεβο. Η Ιουγκοσλαβία είναι γεμάτη ποτάμια. Αλλά πρόσεξε, με όλους τους κινδύνους.
Πρέπει να πάω στο Σαραγεύο.
Γκρίκο, στενή. Полицията на Пловдив те търси. Филиппополис. Ευρώς къщата ми. Ευρώς. България. Границата Гърция. Егео. Морето.
Иване. Ванюшка. Кажи ми, какво искаш ли да посъдя на пролет над главата ти? Какво? Искаш ли вреза да те разхлаща? И да те напомня за родината? Кажи ми! Какво искаш? Бог мой! Искаш и двете? И то пола, и вреза. От моята гомушка. Ваня! Мили! Ваня! Английска, френска, гръцка армия. България, немска армия.
Βάня. Ваня. Ванюшка. Ванюшка. Ванюшка.
I was lying asleep at the bottom of my little boat when it bumped into the jutting edge of the wharf. 1, 2 bumps, then the boat came to a standstill. For a moment, all I could hear was the lapping of the water. Then there was the sound of a distant explosion. It was a hollow sound, as if it came out of a deep pit. I raised my head. On the right and left of the canal were tall buildings torn apart by the artillery fire. Their blackened windows seemed to be staring at me. A large cloud of black smoke darkened the horizon.
this Sarajevo? Is this Sarajevo? I'm looking for Ivo Levy. Do you know Ivo Levy? Ivo Levy. Ivo Levy? I'm looking for Ivo Levy. Are you Ivo Levy? Forte, bravo.
Welcome to Sarajevo. I've come from far away. I'm looking for something in your possession, I was told. 3 reels of undeveloped film by the Manaki brothers. You have come all this way for that. I suppose they sent you from Belgrade. Do you know who sent me? All this way for the undeveloped reels. You have come all this way looking for something that's believed to be lost. You must have a great faith. Or is it despair? When I got hold of those reels, I was wild with excitement. It was a challenge, finding the old chemical formula. I tried several combinations. For 6 months, I tried. I kept changing the fluids over and over again. I sat in a small developing lab, endless nights, listening to the gurgling fluids. There are times that the gurgling fluids sound like a song. You see, like a song, you know. It sounds like a song, like a song. I was doing fine. I had almost gotten it right. All I needed was one more adjustment in the formula. Just a detail, really. Then the war broke out. I had to concentrate on saving the film archives. It's our memory. I had to save it. This place is my life, my whole life. Besides, there was no point anymore. What's the point now with all this slaughter going on? This was our cinema. Please, you can come with me. Attention, please. This is now our cinematic. Here's my treasure. Birth of a Nation. Dr. Mabuse, Falstaff, Persona, Metropolis, or... Oh, sit down, please.
You have no right. In the beginning, there were times I thought I had dreamt it all up. Then it became something lost. And now it's a gaze struggling to emerge from the dark. A kind of birth. You have no right to keep it locked away. That gaze. It's the war. The insanity. Death. All the more reason. You have no right.
You are tired, upset. Come and lie down. Try to get some sleep. You need it. So, you really need it. Lie down. So, we'll talk about it later. Or tomorrow. Dezember 3, 94. Ich lebe mein Leben in wachsenden Ringen, die sich über die Dinge ziehen. Ich werde den letzten vielleicht nicht vollbringen, aber versuchen will ich ihn.
Dobro jutro. Gdje je moj otac?
I don't understand.
Oh, I'm looking for my father.
They were here. I've no idea they were here not long ago.
Tata? Tata? I wish I could wait for him. We haven't seen him for days. But the siren will go off any moment now, and we live at the other end of town. Are you all right? Your face seems familiar. As if I'd known you for years. Almost as if I'd always known you. What I'm talking about. Sorry I said that. But it seemed to me. Well, I've got to go. Tell him I waited for him. Tell him we're expecting him. Au revoir.
You are feeling better now?
Sorry. I went into your lab while you were away. But I heard the fluid singing. And I saw the samples. You were right. Truly, you were making headway. I feel... I'm touched. I think...
You are shivering. Probably got a fever.
Just another try. Just one more time.
You should drink something hot. Bali! Chai? You have convinced me. You were right. Besides, what am I if not a collector of vanished gazes? Come with me. We'll have to wait before we screen it. Out you go. I don't need you. It's done. It's done. Thanks for your insistence. It needs to die now. But it'll only take a few hours.
I've been hearing footsteps, voices outside in the street for some time now. And the boy is gone. I tried to find him.
Don't worry. He has a habit of disappearing like that. He turns up again suddenly, like an angel of the Lord. Tonight, perhaps, or tomorrow. Footsteps and voices. Wasn't that what you said? The fog. I sensed it. In this city, the fog is man's best friend. Does it sound strange? It's because it's the only time the city gets back to normal, almost like it used to be. The snipers have to live off visibility. Foggy days are festive days here, so let's celebrate. Besides, we have another cause for celebration, a film. A captive gaze, as you called it, from the early days of the century, set free at last, at the end of the century. Isn't that an important event? Music. Oh, yes. A youth orchestra, local boys, Serbs, Croats, Muslims. They come out when there is a ceasefire. They go from place to place and make music in the city. How about it? Shall we go out too? I want you to meet my family. We might go for a walk down by the river.
Nazovi me dragim i bit ću ponovo kršten. Evo sad nisam Romeo. Šta sinu to kroz prozor tamo? Istok je to, a Đulijeta sunce. Izgrevaj sunce, jasno, život uzmi za vidljivci, luni bledo je već. I bolesne od jada što si ti. Pratilja njena ti od nje. Ne služi za vidljivci. Baci njeno vestalsku ruku.
Pardon me such sweet sorrow that I shall say good night
Evo je gospodarica
till it
moja.
be morrow.
Evo je ljubav moja. Ah, da bar zna da je to.
Sleep dwell upon thine eyes, peace in thy breast.
Tamari, pogled njezin gori, njemu ja ću.
But I were sleep and peace, so sweet
Ona
to
meni
rest.
obratila se nije. Zvezde dve na nebeskom svodu najlepše.
Hence will I to my ghostly father's cell his help to crave, and my dear hap to tell.
A šta bi bilo da su na njenom licu zvezde oči njene na nebu? Postidao bi njenog lica sjaj te zvezde kao sveće sunčnog blesa. Zagovorile, ozbori još anđele divni, jer tako blistaš u ove noći, kao kakav krilati glasnik razrogačenim očima smrtnog bića, koje glavu zatura pa u čudu divnoj mekim jeziva se ona.
Shall we dance?
This is something I should have dreamt of, dancing in Sarajevo.
Κοιμόσουνα σαν μωρό όταν σε ξύπνησα.
Θα με περιμένεις?
Είναι κακό να μην αγαπάς την πόλη που γεννήθηκες. Όμως με πνίγει αυτή η πόλη.
Βροχή και λάσπη το χειμώνα. Σκόνη το καλοκαίρι.
Θα γυρίσω. Θα γυρίσω να σε πάρω από εδώ. Ακούω το τρένο που έρχεται.
Λίγο ακόμα. Μια στιγμή μόνο.
Ακούω το τρένο. Πρέπει να βιαστώ.
Πες μου ότι με νοιάζεσαι. Ότι θα γυρίσεις. Θα σε περιμένω.
You see what I meant? Holidays are festive days here. Strange. The grass is sprouting through the snow. I think so. It looks like an early spring.
Šta slavimo, baba?
Slavimo dan Magle.
Ali ništa se ne vidi. Slušat ćemo rijeku.
The winds turn southerly. It's bringing the sound of music from the city.
Šta misliš, kakvog su oblika oni oblaci gore? Onaj s desne strane liči na automobil, a onaj drugi na našeg djeda. Ringe, ringe, raja, došao čika paja, kako je o jaja, jedno jaje muć, a mi...
Dašo, vidi, sad ih ne vidim uopšte. Dašo, vide!
Jeco. Jeco. Rekao sam da čekate.
Vide. Dašo. Hoćete nešto da pojedete?
Hey! Shall we dance?
We have been left behind. Where are the others? We can lose each other. Tell me. Kijk eens zo. Hey, en koek.
Yo!
You look worried. There are moments when I see shadows in your eyes.
No. It's just that I'm tired. It's been a long journey. Then all this waiting to see that gaze.
Mi smo se samo šetali pored rijeke.
Don't fool. No matter what happens. Samo smo se šetali kraj rijeke.
Naš Bog i stvoritelj napravio je pravu zbrku od svega ovoga. Ja, baš pravu zbrku. Ajmo, prvo djecu.
Ne! Ne djecu, to vam neću dopustiti!
Jo, bili i ti na vodu, a? Ajmo na Miljacku.
Djeca moja! Djeca moja! Dašu, Dašu! Djeđo moja! Djeđo moja! Djeđo moja! Djeđo moja!
Nemojte, molim vas, ne vodite djecu. Nemojte, molim vas. Dašo! 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 Molite, mama, Dašo! Dašo!
Ajde, vodite i sve bacajte u Miljacku. Eto, a šta ćeš, tako ti je to. Dragi moji, onaj koji nas je napravio, on je sve izobrljao.
When I return, it will be with another man's clothes. Another man's name. My coming will be unexpected. If you look at me unbelieving and say, you are not he, I will show you signs, and you will believe me. I will tell you about the lemon tree in your garden, the corner window that lets in the moonlight, and then signs of the body, signs of love. And as we climb, trembling, to our old room, between one embrace and the next, between lovers' calls, I will tell you about the journey all the night long, and in all the nights to come, between one embrace and the next, between lovers' calls, the whole human adventure, the story that